Hello YouTube and world, it's BirdoPrey5 Qapla, and welcome to a Thursday edition of Cities Skylines. Now, usually we do Cities Skylines on Tuesday, but on Tuesday I did Space Engineers, so I promised we'd do Cities Skylines today, because I know a lot of you really enjoy my Cities Skylines stream, and truth be told, I do like playing Cities Skylines. However, today, I will probably spend most of the stream complaining about the latest short track, The Trouble with Edward, which was released today. And oh my god, it's like they purposely are trying to make us angry. They know what they're doing. This isn't by accident. I have to say, they are purposely doing what they do to drive us insane. They're trying to see us go crazy. First they tried to trap us with that actor switch from the Calypso guy to the person they showed in the Season 3 trailer of Discovery. And now they are hoping we just go mad. But we have to overcome. I'll get into it in just a minute. Thomas Potts with a $1.99 super chat. They taste so yummy. Oh my god, the Tribbles, even the commercial. Okay, so for those who don't know, and there's going to be spoilers. So thank you very much, Thomas Potts, for the $1.99 super chat. Thomas also texted me to let me know that there was a commercial on after the entire short track plays. At the end of the credits, there's a commercial, and that is a scene that we saw from the Short Tracks trailer. If you remember, it upset me so much. Why is there a little girl eating Tribbles with a spoon? It's answered in the Short Track trailer, but now what? Now why isn't this working? It seems the game, there's some type of error. I don't know if I can fix it. I hope I can. Counter an object limit. Why aren't you going away? Okay, I had to hit escape. I have no idea what the underlying error was, but it was freezing the game. So this short track commercial, it only made things worse, and things were pretty damn bad. So do be aware, I do intend to spoil the crap out of the short tracks, because nobody should be watching them. Nobody should be spending money on them. I am getting them for free because CBS keeps, they're desperate. They're sent me multiple free months, and I finally decide, fine, I'll take a free month offer to see what's going on. So I got to see both Q&A and this, which was a disaster of its own. And now The Trouble with Edward is another disaster. Retconning history, just more absurdity, and the way they treat the characters. Everything that you could imagine was wrong, that could be wrong with it, was wrong with it. This last time on New Caroga, we built up this college area. So we'll check in on that as I hit the game to play. Let me read through some comments, and I'll talk more about the short tracks. Alexander Brooks was first. Welcome, Alexander Brooks. Do remember to switch on over to live chat, everyone. Thomas Potts was second. Hello, Thomas. Josh Street is down with Caroga. Why, Josh Street? And then Alexander Brooks says hello again. You're still first, Alexander. Very cool. Thomas Bot says, Anti-Trekker's ship is home safely. Thanks, Bird of Prey. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, he needed a little help on Space Engineers. Live with Matthews says, hey, Bird of Prey, let's get this city built, indeed. Cinnabon Bunny says, alpaca. And then first, not quite first, Cinnabon. Josh Street says, we need to get Bird playing other Paradox titles. I don't know what they'd be. I really don't have time to play all the ones I play now. Thomas says, at least it wasn't as bad as the last one, but it still stuck. Thomas, to me, I'd say it's pretty much on par. They all are terrible. Runaway, absolute 0. The Brightest Star, absolute 0. Q&A, absolute 0. And now the Trouble with Edward, absolute 0. Okay, Calypso was just like a regular 0 because it was just stupid and boring, but it didn't actually hurt story of track in any way whatsoever. And then the Escape Artist would have been a decent short if it was anybody but Harry Mudd playing the villain, right? If it was his brother, like I said, Bobby Mudd or whatever, some other Mudd playing the villain, the Escape Artist would have been a halfway interesting short track. But we've now had 6 short tracks, and 4 of them are absolute complete disasters where I literally could not find a way to make the short tracks any worse than they were given to us. Runaway, not one redeeming quality in Runaway. The Brightest Star, not one redeeming quality in The Brightest Star. Q&A, other than Rebecca Romaine's physical appearance, not one redeeming quality in the short track. And again today, with The Trouble with Edward, other than the captain's physical appearance, no redeeming quality whatsoever in the entire short track. Joshie says, lol, Bird is losing his mind with CBS short bus JJ verse. Indeed. Immortal Technique. Welcome, Immortal Technique. Qapla. Welcome to the stream. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. What kind of disaster is Bird causing now? Not yet. Nothing yet. And Thomas says, did you get an email for CBS All Access free for a year? No, I have not gotten that email yet. That would be interesting. I just get them for a month at a time, and I've been ignoring them until the short tracks came out. Even for free, I wasn't interested. So it looks like we've got a graduation going on. There they go. They throw up their caps. Very good. We've graduated a new class of engineers and technicians from our school here. Very good. Let's check on the city statistics. Population, it's recovering. We're a little down from our max. Well, we have infinite money, so none of that matters. Taxation. We're taxing well. The birth rate and the death rate. You see, we had a little bit of a death wave. That coincides where the population went down a bit. Maybe it doesn't, but it's pretty close. Where the death wave was higher than the birth rate for a little bit, population went down. Employment percentage holding steady in the upper 90s or mid 90s at least. 97, yeah, upper 90s. Available jobs increasing. Education increasing from zero education. Number of students, okay, it peaked, but it came down a little, but it's increasing again. Tourists, I can't imagine we have many tourists. Actually, we do. We have 25 tourists. Tourist tax income, spotty. We'll call that spotty. Happiness, well, they're getting less happy. I don't like that, but I think they do figure in Turdistanis, right? We made that little Turdistan, so I guess it averages in. So I guess that's why happiness is down. Residential zones, amount of commercial. Amount of residential zone. Okay, no problem. Prisoners. Oh, we had a high of almost 58 prisoners at one time. Cyclists, that's good. We'll keep that number going down. We don't have any disasters. So, all good. I say things are not bad. Things are not bad. So let's see, what should we do today other than complain about the short tracks? Traffic is moving. Let's start another little town, I guess. We could replace this whole thing with a four-way intersection. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, pausing the game. And taking out the old... There we go. Demolish it all. Okay. It's okay, people. We're going to restore the roads. Just stay where you are. You will have roads to come back to. Most of you. Okay. Roads. Intersection. And compact stack interchange. Oh, that's way too small. Way too small. Cloverleaf. Klingon symbol. This is a pretty interesting one. I think we can live with this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's 11 fires going on? That's not good. We'll have to seek out those fires in a little bit. 2-lane highways. We need 2-lane highways. Two-lane, one-way road. Yes. There we go. Really? Space already occupied or slope too steep? What are you even talking about, slope too steep? There we go. Now we just have to put it backwards. There we go. Okay. Connect over here. Huh. Wonder why those have a sound barrier. Or maybe they're just showing up as bridges. There we go. Oh, something fishy over here. Let's see if we can fix this with the Move It tool. Wow. Huh. Why are the arrows pointing the wrong way? Okay. I'll try this again. 2-lane highway. There we go. Now, off ramp. There we go. All good. Ah, damn it. All good. All good. Okay, so now we need something for out over here. Well, let me see if there's any more comments. So we'll hit play and let these cars go. Joseph says, I hate it when notifications do not appear on PC. However, on my phone, it just came up. Hi, Joe, Mamo Pray Sassy and the Flock. No problem, Joseph. Thank you for coming by. I don't think we've been streaming very long. And Joseph says, any update on Mr. Crawford? Not as of yet. Today, I was gonna... He messaged me last night. Let's see. Before I forget what it is he said, or I attribute something incorrectly to him. Things... Right. Okay, there it is. So he said, so here's my day in a nutshell. Now this was at 8:45 p.m. Eastern my time. This was yesterday in a nutshell for him. He woke up and his pain was at level 9 all day. So he didn't get a chance to do his show or Midnight's Edge. And then he was hoping with the rest he got yesterday, he would be feeling better today. But I have not heard from him today. Of course, he doesn't normally go on until it's Thursday, so he wouldn't normally go on until like 8 p.m. tonight Eastern. So it could be quite a while. I know he really wants to get online. He really wants to have his daughter on. And I'm sure if there's any way possible, he will. If he doesn't show up, excuse me. If he doesn't show up in the stream, I figured I would text him afterwards and just see how he was doing. Joseph says, is the new short out? Indeed it is. Indeed it is, and it is awful. It is awful. Josh Street says, Bird, most of Paradox games are grand strategy set in the Middle Ages, 1066 to 1444. Renaissance to early Victorian era, 1444 to 1821. Victorian era to interwar period, 1836 to 1936. And World War II, 1936 to 1950. Okay. Carlo says, hey, you bird of prey, hope you're doing well. I've destroyed a turd underground base on their home planet. Was hard to find. Apps, great. Excellent news, Carlo. Caroga, welcome. Welcome into the stream, by the way. And glorious news for Caroga. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird is talking 4 ways now. What sort of live stream is this? It's a Cities Skylines stream. John Street says, Bird of Prey, if you like Cities Skylines, then you would like Paradox Games, Surviving Mars, Building a Mars Colony. Yeah, people have told me about that, and like I said, I just don't have time. I don't even have time to play Cities Skylines anymore. I'm not going to have time to play a Mars game. Josh Street says, but they are bridges, Bird. Remember, just like Kirk, you're going to die on a bridge. Stromore says, greetings, Bird of Prey, Mama Prey 5, and fellow nerds. Greetings, Stromore. And greetings to Sassy, Chaser of Cats, Eater of Cookies, Stalker of Cardinals, Defiler of Cushions, and Scourge of the Squirrels. Thank you. And then Stromore puts in, home, home in Caroga, where Sassy and the alpacas play, where often is heard an SOB from Bird, and he flips off Turdistan all day. Peter Quinn says, hey, Bird of Prey 5 and all, welcome, Peter. Joseph says, okay, so we'll try to Johnny Depp the short. Sean Moore says, Bird of Prey, please send Anti-Trigger our best wishes and prayers, even if he is the evil leader of Turdistan. And I will, Sean Moore. And Thomas says, what underground base? Sure, Thomas. What underground base? Probably the base from which we're playing the annihilation of the Carogan people. Peter Quinn says, son of a b... Not sure why, but maybe it has to do with the base. Okay, so let's get this started. Oh man, I don't know why I am feeling it tired. I've been on high speed all morning. I was working like crazy to get that Discovery video out. I mean, I'll grant you it wasn't the best produced video I ever did, but it wasn't bad in terms of production value. And I did that in literally yesterday and today. Like 24-hour turnaround for a video with that much editing is freaking unheard of, at least for me. And I don't think it's all that common to be able to do that much in 24 hours. You know, as an example, the top 5 episodes of Star Trek video, which was similar, slightly longer, but that took like 2 weeks of, you know, ton of work to get done. To get something done in 24 hours, that is unusual for me. And then even after that was done, there was a hell of a lot more stuff to do. It had nothing to do with YouTube or the channel. I had a doctor's appointment online. I had to pay some bills. We had to place an order for groceries because the place that Mom O'Prey normally would order groceries from was completely sold out. They only deliver to this area once a week, and it's a Saturday that they deliver. And they were already completely sold out for this Saturday as of yesterday. So we had to place an order from a different place so we'd have groceries. And there was some other stuff too going on. Sister O'Prey called, talked to her for a bit. I think. Did she call today? Or was that yesterday? I don't know. My brain is fried. Yeah, it was yesterday she called. Okay. And then, oh right, the other thing was that there was a ton of space engineer stuff going on the Anti-Tracker server that I was trying to resolve. You're going to have two major lines here. And sure, why not? Why not have a kind of a back way? There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, why are you coming around this circle? There's nothing for you here. There's absolutely nothing for you here. Highway. 3-lane highway. There we go. Okay. Very cool. So, let's put down some roads, and I think maybe we'll do a bus station over here. There we go. We have a lot of residential demand and some commercial demand. So, there we go. Why is the mouse moving like that? Because I don't usually use a mouse to play this game. Okay. Oh man. It's one of those days. Okay. Okay. We'll just fill this in as commercial and industrial, even though we don't have any great industrial demand right now. We will. And sure. It would be a little shortcut there. Did you connect? I don't think you connected. Actually, I don't think they're connected. Man, this is... The roads are not doing so well today. Huh. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's put down... Oh, also guys, by the way, because I just put out the Discovery fan theory video, I will temporarily unlist this video afterwards. Now, if you have the email, you can still find the link. If you go to antitrekker.com or my Discord or juot.net, the links will still be there and they will still work. However, for a day or so, I'm going to hide this video by making it unlisted so that YouTube doesn't promote it in place of my Discovery fan theory video, which I need YouTube to promote more than I need them to promote this live stream. That's just the way the system they made works. So I just don't want people to be surprised. It's not going to be permanently. It's just going to be for today and possibly part of tomorrow. We're going to need to give services. Now, we don't want to get too close. We don't want to get too close to the traffic circle with cars. Let's give them some basic services. Crematory. Sure. Do we get a hospital fit in? Yes. The hospital. You don't want the entrance on the main road, of course. Let's give them a good fire station. In fact, yeah, we're going to have to put a fire station over here too. Police headquarters. There we go. That'll should keep people safe. And, you know, they're going to need schools. They're going to need a lot of schools. School availability is low. Let's see, where else could we use a school? An extra school. Well, it's going to be unfortunate for those people, but you got a school in your neighborhood. You don't all have to thank me at once. Kurdistan doesn't need any schools. High school. High school availability is not bad, but we can put an extra one over here. A library. We'll put the library next to the hospital so people can come research whatever diseases they've been told they had. And don't want to do this yet. Oh, I think we're good. Oh, garbage. We need garbage disposal. Huh. There we go. So what should we put here? Yeah, we'll put a fusion incinerator in the back here. That'll keep that area good, and we'll put one over here. We are still reporting 13 fires, but if I click on it, it doesn't bring me to the fires. Okay. So you're going to be low density commercial. You're going to be high density commercial. And you over here, you're going to be industrial. There we go. More commercial. There we go. And just for the heck of it, we'll put some offices. I don't know if we've got enough education. For the offices, we now have 14 fires burning. Let's check Kurdistan. If they're burning, nobody cares. Pestilence, bad economy, death, but I do not see any fires. So let's check some of the more important areas. The Caroga tourist area, the Potts service area, nothing on fire there. Let's check the old town Caroga, the original Caroga area. Building is emptying. Okay. No, don't shut it off. Don't shut it off. Not seeing any fires over here. Beautiful little runabout there. Roundabout. A beautiful runabout would be the Ganges or the Rio Grande. So, by process of elimination, there needs to be a massive fire over here. And there's not. Where are these fires? Wish there was a way to just take me to the fire. I don't think there are fires. I think it's broken. Okay, time to read more comments. Carlos is the one with the 2 big holes built in its place. That means what underground base? He was answering that question. Peter Quinn says, straight away the catchphrase, almost bird of prey. Straight away the catchphrase, almost. Cinnabon says, it might snow here this weekend. Tell AOC to send us some cows, please. Con Edison. I get it. Hello. Hello.
Our records indicate there is life support equipment in your premises. The metropolitan area is expecting severe storm weather. There is a possibility that your electric
Are we
service
expecting
could be
severe
interrupted.
storm weather?
For this reason, you should consider making
I haven't watched the news in
by
so
going to a
long.
hospital,
I have no
911,
idea. Is there a
making
storm
other
coming in?
arrangements to ensure your equipment remains operable. If you need to speak with a
Yeah?
representative, please call 1-8.
Oh, when? I say, it's pretty warm. Tonight. Well, that's news to me. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a storm, Sassy. And the rain is supposed to start in a couple hours. Thomas says, I don't know about that base. Peter Quinn says, so Riker's cabin, bird of prey, that's Kirk Place, and it's Stark's place. You know, people mentioned it resembled the cabin that Kirk was in the Nexus. I honestly, I didn't check. Here's the thing. I don't care. I just... Sassy, I don't see anybody there, girl. There's people... Oh, there's people... Our neighbors 2 houses down are taking stuff out of the car. And Sassy sees them. Sassy sees them and she's not happy. I don't care. I don't care anymore. You know, if this was 10 years ago, yeah, I would have looked up in Generations and did a screen-by-screen comparison as to whether it was the same cabin from Generations. I don't care. It really doesn't matter to me. As long as Picard isn't the total garbage that Discovery is, and we all know it's going to be. But let's just hope that it's not total garbage, right? That left and right, they're not trying to make political statements. Like, honestly, this latest short track was an incredibly insulting against, as of course, as you know it, presumably a straight white male. He had to be corrected all the time. He was a bumbling idiot, and like literally, I got the feeling at first, I was like, oh, were they trying to make him like Gordon from, you know, Far Superior Orville? And I kind of got like a hint, oh, he's their Gordon. But then no, Gordon is actually very good at his job. Gordon is an excellent pilot. Now he's not an idiot by any means. This guy goes out of his way to be stupid, and then the captain won't even give him a moment of time to state his side or his case, and she's made to look like she's a great captain because she's taking charge. And Pike told her, you know, if you give them an inch or something, they'll devour you, which is bullshit. That's not Starfleet. Captain Kirk wouldn't shut up a person. Captain Picard and Captain Sisko, they might transfer somebody if they were butting heads, but they would give the man a chance to state his case. Okay? They would give him the chance to talk, whether it was on the record or off the record. This woman, Captain, she became Captain. She refused to even listen to him out. He could have had something to say, something relevant, something genius. He tried 100 times to talk, and every single time she shut him down. And it's absurd to think this man would have gotten that far in his career if he really had no social skills and I mean, he makes Barclay look well-adjusted. Also, spoiler alert, the Federation created Tribbles. The Tribbles were not a naturally occurring species. Okay, Edward genetically enhanced Tribbles to be pregnant when they're born because he was trying to prevent a famine on a planet, and he was suggesting they introduce these Tribbles to be eaten, and he used his own human DNA to enhance the Tribbles to somehow make human DNA cause them to be born pregnant. And an entire ship was lost. An entire Federation starship was lost, and a crew member killed from Tribbles 10 years before the trouble with Tribbles. And we're supposed to believe that Dr. McCoy never heard of a goddamn Tribble when it would have been frickin' famous that this guy created them, and then they destroyed an entire starship and killed a man, and Dr. McCoy was running experiments on them because he had never heard of a Tribble. He'd never seen a Tribble. He didn't know what the F a Tribble was. And Captain Kirk, he never heard of a Tribble either. Like, bullshit, okay? Starfleet would have warned all their captains about this species. They would have said, hey, this fluffy little thing, don't ever beam one on board. They'd probably program the transporters not to even allow it to beam, because they've already lost one entire frickin' starship, and it killed somebody. But no, 10 years later, they frickin' forgot what Tribbles were. They didn't know that they were genetically created. Bones couldn't tell there was any human DNA. And also, Edward is the reason that the Tribbles got into Klingon space, because this was a colony on the edge of Klingon space. And somehow, even though the only Tribbles were on a starship in high orbit about a planet, somehow Tribbles survived and made it to the surface of the planet. How does that happen? I know. Jurassic Park. Nature finds a way. Bullshit! There is no way Tribbles survived getting from the starship to the planet. And then they spread it to another planet. They started spreading into the Klingon Empire. How is this happening? The Tribbles not only destroyed a starship, they destroyed an entire colony. An entire colony destroyed by Tribbles. And everybody in the fucking universe forgot what a Tribble was a decade later. No! Screw you, Star Trek Discovery. Screw you, Alex Kurtzman. And I don't even bring up to this point as if what you did with the Tribbles wasn't bad enough. But of course, Edward, a straight white man, a bumbling idiot. When we first meet him, he's just like sitting there in his own vomit. He's not even sure what the hell's going on. The captain asks him what he's doing, and it feels like it's out of a comedy. And he's like The Office, where Michael is called into headquarters, and he didn't know he was supposed to be giving a presentation. And he bumbles around, but even worse, this guy doesn't even know how to use his own equipment. And he's a scientist, a senior scientist on this ship. He's been working on something, presumably for months, if not longer. And he doesn't know how to use his frickin' tricorder. And an African-American woman has to bend over and click a few buttons, even though he pushes her hand away and says, "No, I can do it," or "It's broken," or in both. She, nevertheless, again, against his wishes, fixes it. She pushes a couple of buttons, makes him look like an idiot. And he's like, "Oh, she fixed it. Thank you for fixing it." She didn't fix it. They're claiming he didn't know how to fucking use his own goddamn tricorder. And then there's a scene where another guy is at the fucking... And what are they have replicators. They don't call them food sequencers now. The Starship, prior to TOS, a frickin' stupid little science vessel, pre-TOS Enterprise, has full-on replicator technology. They call it a replicator. In fact, the frickin' commercial they show afterwards, which looks like it was recorded with a 1980s video camcorder, where they literally put the white play mark on the screen to show that you've started recording, because like even in 2019, we don't do digital video recording from our phones already, that they have to put in this play like they was recording from a 1980s video recorder, and it says, "Turn your replicator safeties off," because now replicators can replicate tribbles. If the replicator could replicate tribbles, how is anybody running out of food? Just replicate food. It's fractal of fuck, and it hurts. And it's not the worst. It was still worse. I'm not looking at the chat. I don't care. It's still worse. And it makes last week's worse. Because when I checked to see if this newest short track was out early this morning, and it wasn't, for whatever reason, they're not dropping it at midnight like they did the Twilight Zone. They're dropping it at, like, I don't know, like 11 a.m. my time or something. Anyway, I said, oh, well, let me look, because I was already in CBS All Access. There was some like not deleted scenes, some extra footage from Q&A. And it had an interview with Rebecca Romaine and an interview with Ethan Peck. And Ethan Peck talks about how privileged he felt to be playing Spock, about a time in his life, in Spock's life, that nobody's ever seen before, and how he felt he was contributing to the Spock character. So I tweeted Ethan Peck this morning, and I asked him, Ethan, serious question, if you were cast in a new Superman movie, and the script called for you to collude with terrorists to blow up an orphanage and to assault Lois Lane while she is sleeping, would you do those things? Would you play that part? Hashtag remember Spock. Because I don't think Ethan Peck has an ounce of courage in him. I don't think Ethan Peck I think Ethan Peck would do whatever the script says. If Ethan Peck says Superman has to rape Lois Lane, he would do it. He would feel no remorse. He doesn't care that Superman is an established character, that Superman would never do these things. He would do it because the script called for it. because maybe we're seeing a part of Superman's life that we've never seen before. Fuck you, Ethan Peck. You are an idiot and an asshole, and you're ruined Spock. You have no business in Star Trek. But that wasn't the worst. No, the worst was I saw the interview with Rebecca Romijn. And Rebecca Romijn says that she was, happy to play number one and okay. And you know what? I don't have a giant problem with the character of number one. We knew very, very little about her, except that she was stoic. And it seems like the stoic was just a facade. And for whatever reason, she opened up to Spock. And I think they have some physical attractiveness going on, but whatever. So she was saying what happened as to how the short track was. You let me finish, Tessie. I'm kidding, girl. Who's there, baby? Who's there? Anyway, there's nobody there. Anyway, Rebecca Romijn said she recalled the day that they were writing the short track. She got a call from Alex Kurtzman in the writer's room. And Alex Kurtzman asked her, so do you have any special skills we should know about? And she didn't know how to answer the question. Like, she thought it was odd. So she did mention that she was very well versed in Gilbert and Sullivan. And that she knew pretty much all of Gilbert and Sullivan by heart. And it was only after they called her to ask her, hey, do you have any special skills, did they decide to write into the script, she sings, I'm a very model of a modern major general, okay? That tells me they didn't have a frickin' clue what they were going to write about in the short track. That the whole scene with Spock and her singing, that wasn't pre-planned. That wasn't well thought out. That was, oh shit, we've got to make a script, and we have no fucking ideas of our own. Let's call our lead actress, and maybe she just luckily has a skill we can use to write this first short track. And she said it's Gilbert and Sullivan. So you know what? We're going to put Gilbert and Sullivan in the short track. And we're going to make Spock sing. And Spock and her are going to smile and laugh. And isn't that going to be so fucking cool? We're going to put Gilbert and Sullivan in Star Trek. Because why? It's never been done before? It probably has. So the ruination of Spock wasn't even pre-planned. It wasn't Alex Kurtzman thinking he was making some genius move. It was just a spur of the moment, random decision made simply because Rebecca Romijn already had the song memorized. Had she not been a Gilbert and Sullivan fan, the short track would have probably been very, very different. At least the ending. There probably would have been no singing. If she had said, oh, I'm good at making bubbles with my mouth, then maybe she would have been stuck with some soap, and they would have been making soap bubbles instead of singing. That's how ridiculous. That's how random it was. And it makes the ruination of Spock even worse. So Josh Street says, Bird, now we are going to expect those fast videos from you from now on. Peter Quinn says, probably be Burnham's cabin in the 32nd century. Surf says CBS butchered Tribbles by having some disgruntled white dude genetically engineer them. Oh, yeah, Surf. By the way, people, check out Surf Trektronics. He released a video a few days ago. It is freaking hilarious. Okay, it's the funniest thing I've seen on YouTube this week. I think it's this week. Could have been last week. But it's damn good stuff. Check it out. Carlos says you don't need to know anymore. Peter Quinn says, Cities Skylines for a very nice change. Thomas is lolling. Peter says, is the cabin going to pop up in Bill and Ted 3? And they gave it to Burnham in the 32nd century. Carlos says, I enjoy Cities Skylines once in a while. It's a good game that takes some thought, especially with keeping traffic flow good. Yeah, I try to calm down with it, but not so much today. Yosef says, no spoilers for the short. Sorry, Yosef. Still not available through Johnny Depp Network. I'm sorry, Yosef. There's no way I could not spoil it. It was spoiled out of the box. Peter Quinn says it's a nice, slow game, Yosef. Brian McFarland says, hi-de-ho, everybody. Hi-de-ho, Brian. Surf says, Tribbles are made from the human dude's DNA. Wow. You thought singing Spock was bad. Yeah, absolutely. Thomas says, a look at your history. You can see your unlisted videos you watched. Very cool. Yosef says, so much to no spoilers. Yeah, I'm sorry, Yosef. That was not going to happen. Peter Quinn says, by the way, Bird of Prey, I'm getting a new external hard drive, 500 gigs, and a free keyboard and mouse. Very cool, Peter. So you're going to back up 500 gigs of my videos, I take it? Just in case. Mr. Londell, the groovy movie says, Qapla, Mr. Londell. Carlos says the short track isn't available in the UK yet. Is there a day? Is there one a day? Does this mean Discovery is on soon? No, it's one. Okay, they released Q&A early. After that, they're releasing one short track on the second Thursday of every month. So we got the Trouble with Edward very soon after the first short after Q&A, which they released Q&A during was it during New York Comic Con or something, or right after. So we're not going to get another short track now for another 4 weeks or so. 5 weeks. The second Thursday of December. No, not December. November, then December, and then January, and then Star Trek Picard premieres. So we're going to get basically once a month short tracks until Star Trek Picard premieres. And then I think we might get another short track after Picard. I'm not sure. Thomas Potts posted a schedule. It was on a tweet. Peter Quinn says it was 35 pounds sterling. Very cool. Surf says Bird watched the new Short Bus live Trek live. Haha. I can't watch it live. They'll shut it down. Josh Reed says Shocking Bird doesn't want YouTube to promote a Carogan propaganda. Something is wrong with Bird. What propaganda? Peter Quinn says, and pennies in my top cashback account. I think I've got a cheap deal there. Very cool. Showmore says it's Alpaca High. That would be a good name for a high school. Yosef says, Carlo, Discovery will be coming out after Picard, so maybe April 2020. Carlos says the short tracks will probably be on Netflix 24 hours before the season premiere in the trailer section, same as last year. And Carlos says thanks to Yosef. Peter says you need fire services, Bird of Prey. I know. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Bird of Prey and chat. Greetings, Mike Richards. Showmore says garbage disposal could consist of a large Capulet to send supplies. That's what we'll call our rubbish. to the starving people of Turkestan. That would be a good idea. Peter Quinn says, send a meteorite to Turkestan as a gift. It could be Carogans visiting, though. Robert Adams says, hello, hi from Ohio. Welcome, Robert. Carlos says, I hope they do Picard well. I like Discovery, but the writing lets down and destroys canon, which is why I see it as its own thing. Just hope Picard doesn't talk about Discovery. I will just cry. Ms. Londell says, watching Bird of Prey build a city with Barb Seeger first pressing vinyl, playing in the background. Guess that makes me a happy guy. Very happy. I'm happy you're happy, Ms. Londell. Peter says he's going to transfer all of his stuff from Sims 3 to the external, then get Linux and get Win 10 possibly. Very cool. Robert Adams has given me some fire. Peter Quinn says, son of a bitch is your catchphrase, Bird of Prey. Mike Richards says, the most important question of all, did you build this city on rock and roll? We built this city. No, this city was built on red rocks, not rock and roll. Live with Matthew, please call 1-800, not a scam. Robert Adams says, it's cool in Ohio. I wish it was a little cooler here. I'm sorry, I'm warm right now.
Oh, you're screaming.
I'm streaming. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, New York City is getting hit by a Category 5 hurricane. It could be. Josh Street says, Bird is getting a storm sign from Mama Prey to kick Bird out into a chair life. Peter Quinn says, but the cabin is canon, Bird of Prey. Well, it's canon, but it was in imagination in the Nexus. Peter said, true, we all hope Picard is good. Of course we do. We all hope. But we all prepare. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Showmore says you could always send Sassy to go out and hunt for hobo if the storm prevents the shops from resupplying. Showmore, you don't want to eat hobo. It's a very dirty meat. There's no clean hobo. No way to clean them after. The dirt is just, I'm sorry. Mama Prey's eating. I don't want to go into the details. Peter Gwynn says, I can see the short track, Bird of Prey UK. I can't see it unless I watch illegally. Well, Peter, I won't tell anybody if you don't. Peter says, and Cisco was the stubbornest of them all. Mike Richards says, yeah, but he would still listen. Mike Richards says, weather alert, Bird NATO 2, electric bugaloo. Carlos says, thanks, birds from the UK. You're welcome. I don't know why. Peter says, okay, Bird of Prey, calm down. It's Thursday. Josh Reed says, Bird, how can it be the great Tribble hunt was before humans' first warp flight? Judge Bird, how can the great Tribble hunt, how can that be the great Tribble hunt was before humans' first warp flight? I wasn't aware it was before humans' first warp flight. He's saving you the suffering, says Thomas. Ms. Lundell says, if McCoy didn't know about them, Spock sure as hell would have. Yes, Spock was on, I will be honest, the very, very first 2 seconds of this short trek. You saw the Enterprise. You got a scene of the Enterprise. I forget if it was orbiting or in space. And for a second, I was like, oh, I mean, it wasn't the Enterprise. It's the STD Enterprise. But for a couple of seconds, I was lulled into a sense of safety, of wonder. Like, okay, it's going to be an Enterprise episode. Pike will be in it. It can't be too bad. I was wrong. And the fact that I gave it some hope when I saw the Enterprise, the silhouette of the Enterprise. And I was like, maybe there's a chance. It was like I was in a desert and in the distance I saw a waterfall. And I was like, maybe maybe this is it. Only to come and find out that not only was it a mirage, not only was it not waterfall but sand, but it was in fact a volcano spewing lava. Mike Richards says, damn, I almost forgotten how much I hated STD. Joseph says, okay, so spoilers. Sorry, Joseph. Peter Quinn says, Thursday is not a good day to have a heart attack. That's true. Robert Adams, thank you, Robert. Carlos says, I can get him, but I've got Q&A today, so the one tomorrow, but I don't like doing that. I understand, Carlo, but you can't pay them. Even if they would take your money, you shouldn't be paying them. But they don't even want to take your money. Not Ryan Johnson says, Tribble rant. Meg Richards says, Jurassic bullshit. Peter Quinn says, I haven't seen it, Bird of Prey. Do not spoil it. I'm sorry, Peter. Too late now. Josh says, Bird made the Tribbles for being hair pieces for balding men. Would have been more logical. Peter Quinn says, I bet Netflix gets them all before Disco Season 3. Peter's laughing, demonetized. Says Joseph. This is gold, says Peter. Mike Richards says, epic Bird rant. Peter asks Thomas if he's recording this. He says he will later. Peter says, I can't hear Bird of Prey over all the laughing. Peter says, nice one, Thomas. It's probably good for his super chat. Daniel's Hot Topic says, Bird of Prey, hi. Thanks for mentioning my Star Trek Discovery fan theory. No problem, Daniels. I felt it was only fair since my discussion with you on Discord was the whole reason I had my theory about why and how Georgiou will get back to the past. Mr. Londell says, Bird of Prey, will you finally think about giving your money to support this travesty of a show? As long as you watch this poop, it will only... I guess I could say shit. I already let a few F-bombs go by. As long as you watch this shit, it's only going to get worse. I didn't give him any money, Mr. Londell. It's free. It was a free month. And I will cancel it. In fact, I could cancel it right now. It'll still be good for the next few. There's no point to watch. There's nothing left. Nothing coming on for the next month. But I'm not going to give him money. John Street says, Bird rant 2 more hours before he gets back to the chat. Stromore says, Mama Prey, get the tranquilizer gun. STD has broken Bird of Prey. Peter Quinn says, a British tar. Carlos says, I hate the turbo lift shaft. So stupid. Like Trackyard says, it's a roller coaster. I'm sure Trackyards is going to rate this a 9. If Q&A was an 8, this is going to be a 9.5. Peter Quinn says, it's a short film. Asking someone what they are good or bad at is great. Yeah. Surf Tricktonic says, the Tribble starship was flying saucer. The ugliest STD Federation ship. Yeah, it was an unusual design. I didn't hate it. I did not hate the design. There was so much else I hated. The design of the ship, personally, it wasn't going to win any awards, but I didn't hate it. Sharon Morris' Surf gave your channel a sub. We'll check out your video later. Very cool. Agnes is Bird of Prey. Hey, Bird. Still shocked that you confessed to being a fan of Discovery. I said I wasn't comfortable calling myself a fan, but it's a fan theory with fan in quotes. Uncle Remus says CBS All Access should give up and make shows for Netflix. Yeah. How about a short track titled TNA? That would be an excellent short track, Uncle Remus. I love it. Peter Quinn says, I have been and still kinda are still in show business. Casting directors ask what I was good at all the time. Okay, but did you get a call from the writer's room as they were writing the episode to find out what you were good at? I mean, don't you ask people what they're good at the point you hire them, or perhaps before you hire them, so you know what they can do and you know if you want them to play your part? Because to me, it seemed like they had hired her and Track Yards just went live, drunk. It seems to me like they had hired her. She was already, she was going to be there. And then they didn't know what the hell to write about. So they said, hey, what are you good at? And, oh, you're good at Gilbert and Sullivan. We'll write that. Because they didn't know what else to write. That's just my opinion, Peter. If you're saying that's the way it works, it could be to a layman like myself. That just seems ass backwards and stupid and insulting to because of what happened because of it. Josh reads says, Bird of Prey, all your Cities Skylines streams are Carogan propaganda. Ms. Lowell, Bird of Prey, how long do you think it'll be before there's a full frontal nudity lesbian kiss on STD? There's never going to be a full frontal lesbian kiss because the toxic males are going to like it too much. There will probably be a full frontal gay man kiss. That's probably what they will do because they just do stuff to upset the heterosexual men, especially white heterosexual men, if they can. Actress's new Caroga, built over the ruins of Caroga, built over the ashes of old Caroga. That is not true. Abix says, who is this bird? When is this bird? Why is this bird? Where is Caroga from what this bird comes? Hey nerds, welcome Epic. Carlos is still waiting you to sing God Save the Queen. Maybe tomorrow. Peter says, I'm going to go for today, Bird of Prey, and I'll take care, Peter. I'm sorry if I upset you. Carlos says, Sex Pistols version. Uncle Remus says, you will get the Picard that you deserve. And Peter Quinn says, good night, all good night, Peter. Actor says, not me, I don't have a hope of Picard being good. Peter says, lol, nah, I'll still probably watch the short tracks. Your choice, Peter. Not Ryan Johnson says, Tribble Hunt, release the alpacas. Marlena says, Bird of Prey. Welcome, Marlena. A more important question, do you like... I don't know what that emoji is. Son of a bitch. I don't have my computer open because the game's on. I can't tell. It's 4:01 p.m., Marlena's comment. Can you see what that emoji is? Uncle Remus says, Data's head looks like a potato now. I agree. Eggplant. Oh, right, eggplant. Do I like eggplant? And for some reason, that pisses me off. I don't mind eggplant. I like fried, breaded eggplant for sure. Mama Pro was just going to ask if I wanted eggplant for dinner. Yeah, Data's head does look like a potato. Cinnabon Bunny says, Qapla. Qapla. Agnes says, volcano spitting lava is still better location than Caroga. Yosef says, Georgiou can even meet Picard. She might. Carlos's Q&A was an 8 for Discovery, but a 4 for all of Star Trek. Uncle Reap, is that what Trek Yards graded it, or is that your grading? Uncle Remus says, Riker and Troy get sent to the Federation Fat Farm for rehabilitation. You would think Starfleet would have cured obesity in the 23rd century. Well, they didn't cure baldness, so they're not going to cure obesity. Marlena is laughing at Uncle Remus. Big Beard says, remember to hit fire button when near a bird of prey, and subscribe to Hunting This Bird of Prey, and switch to the Alpacacation chat. Multigun Man says, hey Bird, how's it going? Oh, Multigun Man. I'm recovering from a rant. I don't know if you were here for it. I got triggered by the latest Star Trek short track. Showmore says Star Trek Picard, Fat Data, the Riser years. Mr. Lundell says Bird of Prey, a full frontal nude gay male kiss would upset black men as well as white men. Be interracial, so, you know, yes. It will upset any straight men, but they'll find a way. Marlena says hi to Multi-Gunman. Agnes says, what's good about the 24th century if obesity and male baldness is still around? Maybe they've cured hiccups. I don't know. They seem to have cured dialysis. That's good. That's a solid plus. Marlena says it's eggplant. Thank you. Thank you, Marlena. I'm sorry. Shroudmore says the epic Multi-Gunman epic bird rant, one for the ages. And Mike Richards says, Multi-Gunman, you need to rewatch the straight epic bird rant. I might have to cut that rant out and put it into its own video. Multi-Gunman says Data looks like Porky Pig and Michael Myers from the Halloween movie had a kid. Marlena says, haha, Bird of Prey. Well, it's an important question Spock asked. It is. Because I think he intends to cook for number one night, have her to his quarters, and make her some delicious Vulcan recipe eggplant that was passed down from T'Pol. And he's gonna see if she's ever heard of the Vulcan, well, words I don't want to say, but you can use your imagination. Multi-Gunman says, Mike Richards, Shroudmore, I'll rewatch the parts I missed tonight. Carlos's Trek Yards had a rant about how the Picard show having Discovery shuttles, and I think it's wrong. I'm worried but hopeful. I saw that video. I didn't watch it, but I saw it. I clicked on it, and I saw, like, what they were complaining about. Like, really? You're complaining about a goddamn shuttle? If the shuttle's in the Star Trek universe, why the shuttle could be used 200 years later, 150 years later, 120 years later, whatever the hell it is. I don't care. I mean, listen. Yes, I complained about the Romulan Bird of Prey. I complained about things. But I'm not going to complain about a goddamn shuttle. Not when there was so many other things to complain about. And what do they think? They're getting the STD version of Picard. They're not getting the TNG version of Picard. Nobody's ever said it's the TNG version of Picard. Everybody knows this is the STD version of Picard. They should expect things. San Francisco look like STD San Francisco, not Next Generation DS9 San Francisco. That's not happening. Not Endgame San Francisco. That's not going to happen. Shroudmore says, why is no one disturbed that Data overrode his brother's mind with his own memory and personality? Well, I think they all agreed that before was a worthless, useless, and not completely sentient, perhaps, and that Data was just more important. So they had to wipe before and just throw in Data. Multi-Gunman says, Bird of Prey, I'll rewatch your rant tonight after you upload this live stream. It sounds like you had a good rant. Well, this live stream is going to be up, but it's going to be unlisted for a while. Mr. Miles says first. Welcome, Mr. Miles. Although not first. Multi-Gunman says Mr. Miles, engineer, not first. Shroudmore says Multi-Gunman, when you watch the stream, wear a corset. Your sides may split laughing otherwise. Mike Richards says fist. Multi-Gunman says first. Actor says, well, then he had his ethics and moral chip turned off. He showed up to be evil, Shroudmore, so it doesn't surprise him. Carlos says, Lowell spoke as a top secret son, like a secret brother and sister. Multi-Gunman is lolling at Shroudmore. Uncle Remus says, why wouldn't the actors on Picard have some dignity and try to get in better shape before filming? They just don't care. Well, I'll tell you, Uncle Remus, I will bet you real money that Riker, Troy had no notice Okay, they were probably got a call and said, hey, would you guys mind doing some cameos? And like, oh, sure, when? They're like, can you come in Tuesday? And they're like, yes, we can be there Tuesday. Because these were reshoots. There is no way in hell that Troy, Riker, and probably even Data were supposed to be in the show from the very beginning. Maybe Data. But Troy and Riker, and Seven, I assume, were last-minute additions. Just to get the pander to the audience, which is fine. I'll take pandering if it's good. I don't mind being pandered to, but it has to be good. It's not pandering if it sucks. Carlos's Track Yards complained about that too. Marlena says, I'm going to complain about the turbo roller coaster lift. That is now part of the Enterprise. Yeah, that's another bullshit. Multigun says, I don't know what to say, Bird. Trek is a dumpster fire on a train wreck, and the conductor just shit his pants. Miss Lundell says, bear in mind that Trek Yards usually focuses on ship porn over anything else. DJ Odyssey is welcome, DJ. Marlena says, still no Dr. Crusher, though. Yeah. Surf Trick Trunks says, Tribbles can survive a starship burning up in the atmosphere, and they got on a shuttle and fly to Klingon space. Yes. Yes. Mr. Miles says, Bird of Prey, have you heard from Anti-Trekker today? I have not. Last I heard from him was last night. So I was going to contact him after this stream. I was going to hope maybe he'd show up on the stream and say that he was doing better, but it doesn't seem like he has. So I figured I will contact him after the stream. Okay, that took a bit out of me. There's still 13 fires going on. Where are these fires? Okay, I got an idea. I've got an idea. I have no idea what's going on with these fires, but we can make fire helicopters. There we go. We're gonna have a lot of extra fire protection. Now we just have to put down, and I thought we put these down, fire towers. See, if the tower's on top of the mountain, it should be able to see further, but I guess there's only so many physics a game can duplicate. Wow, there is a lot of frickin' trees on this map. Slope too steep. Ton of trees. Oh, that's the other thing, because we're playing to the edge of the map. Oh, wow. Okay. Most of the time you wouldn't be playing to the edge of the map without mods. So you wouldn't have to worry. Right, we have 81 tiles to worry about fire coverage on. Where in the default game it's a max of 25 tiles to worry about fire coverage on. There we go. We'll give fire protection to there. Fire protection to there. Oh, here's some fires maybe. Give you fire protection. Give some protection there. Oh, there's plenty of fire protection around Kurdistan. Surprisingly, because those are all the guard towers. Yeah, right there. This is all good. Huh. We're up to 15 fires now? Come on. What's going on? Why aren't those... Where are we? Are there any deployed helicopters in use? 0 of 3. 1 of 3. 2 of 3. All of you people should be deployed. What is wrong? Now, I don't need pipes. Unless maybe you guys want water. But I have a mod to shut off the need for pipes. So it shouldn't be that. Just in case. Just in case that's what it is. There's a helicopter coming back. DJ says sex change is taking a lot out of Anti-Tracker, it seems. Yeah, he keeps talking about how would have thought the swelling would have gone down. Cinnabon says, is that the lift in Disco that you think the D would just have the shuttles flying people from deck to deck instead of turbo lifts? If that's the lift in Disco, you'd think the D would have shuttles flying people from deck to deck instead of turbo lifts. Yeah, I mean, absolutely absurd. Mike Richards says, where is the fire in your eyes, bird of prey? Shrum says, DJ Anti-Trigger may have injured himself. I mean, herself, trying to out-platform Go-Go Boots. DJ's lolling. Multigun says, this live stream doesn't have enough singing, laughing Vulcans. I think someone should make a 10 to 15 minute Trek episode with those singing, laughing Vulcans in it. Maybe stuck in an elevator. And Multigun says, we could supplement the stream with it. And Ms. Leno says, anyone see where Jennifer Aniston jumps on anti-Marvel movie bandwagon? I did not. I did not. Let's check out our newest town. We still have tremendous residential demand. So let's add more housing. Let's add more housing. Sorry, house. This is gonna go up a mountain. That's fine. There we go. Okay. So I wanted to just connect it to here, but I feel compelled to remember what I've learned about traffic, and that as awkward as it seems, why are all of these breaking two houses? There should be some way of only breaking one house. There we go. Oh, okay. As weird as it seems, three-way intersections are so much better. It's like incredibly better for traffic by an incredible amount. So if you can get rid of four-way intersections, you can strongly reduce your traffic, supposedly, both in the real world and in the game. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're going to do a large amount here of lower density residential. Oh, we need to put in some parks, and then put in some high density stuff. Parks. Small park, come on. How is that not fit? There we go. Bouncy house. Yeah, that'll make people happy. I don't know. Botanical garden, do you think people care? I guess they do. I guess they do. And one more, let's give them the old merry-go-round. There we go. These guys, you need a yoga garden. Oh, that's so small. That's so small. A dog park. Yeah, you take your dog to work, you can bring him to the dog park. There you go. Make them happy. Or try to, at least. Okay. Now we're going to put in some high density residential. And, didn't I not fill in over here? I guess not. I'll put in high density. High density residential there. And for the first time, fires are not my top 3 problems. Oh, drag to move button. Drag. Oh. Oh, I thought this was going to tell me how I could get to these things. 51 roads not connected? I don't... What would cause 51 roads to not be connected? Everything seems connected. Let's see what's going on. Traffic is moving. Miss Lindell says, I mean, right now, Marvel is the only thing in Hollywood making any money. And Multi-Gunman, yes, I did say a three-way. Mike Richards says they would love a botanical garden. They're in the middle of a freaking desert. You're probably right, Mike Richards. I forgot they were in a desert. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice view. So, guys, I'm probably going to cut this stream in about 15 minutes. It's Thursday, so it's physical therapy day. Also, I'm hungry, so we'll need to eat something before physical therapy. And I'm hot as hell. God damn. Feels like it's 80 degrees out. Poor Mama Gray. I think she's shivering. Well, nice view of the neighborhoods here. I'm looking if we see any broken roads, any fires, anything that would cause an alarm. Otherwise, we'll check the city stats, we'll save the game, and we'll call it a day. Carlos says, I'll go to Track Yards when you go. It's their 5-year anniversary. Oh, you have a wonderful night. Very cool, Carlo. Maybe I'll check in there too. If it's their 5-year anniversary, I do want to say hello. Epic says behavioral therapy. It's about time. No, not behavioral therapy. Mike Richards says you worked up a sweat with that rant. I did. I did. But it was worth it for you guys. Surf Electronics, haha, Bird, just watch your short trek rant. You should make that a video clip. I will. I think I will. I'll do that tonight. Once I can get the video from YouTube, assuming YouTube doesn't decide to just, delete the videos for some reason. Hopefully they don't. Okay, well, I see some traffic issues, but I know you guys hate me fixing traffic issues on camera, so maybe I'll get to those off camera at some point. Still no fires. Beautiful forest here you're coming through. What level is your traffic at? Asked Carlo. It's a good question. I would estimate 72%. Let's see. 63%. Why is it 63? This whole highway. Cars are moving. It's not that bad. This whole highway, both directions. We got a lot of people. Okay, so this four-way I put in is certainly part of the problem. And I think it's still a lot of people moving in here. Once these people stop moving in. Oh, did I not set up the roundabout? That could be. I think that's the issue. Let's see. Right, add priority signs. Yeah, we do not have our priority signs. Priority goes to them in the runabout. That could be making a lot of difference. Priority yield. They got priority. They have priority both ways, meaning there's no reason to stop. And yeah, that should help. That should help the traffic. $60. Of course it's going down. It'll go up. Now we're seeing 14 fires. Carl says, whom you got traffic lights turned off if you have the mod. I think I do. Uncle Remus says you should add roller coaster street like the STD elevator in your city. And Carl says you should, and that should sort it, never forget it. Traffic management. Yeah, never forget traffic management indeed. Although fixing the traffic after it becomes an issue is kind of fun too. Joseph says, when you read this, I am watching but on the phone, so Qapla, Joe and all. Qapla, Joseph, thank you so much. Dad OD says, hi, welcome Dad OD. We're at the end of the stream. Not much longer to go. Epic says, short fix, more traffic, so it goes down to 10%. Well, I'd prefer not to hit it at 10%. I don't know why. Why are people running into my city? Just use your cars, people. You don't need to run into the city. Okay, guys, let's check the statistics. The city stats. We should have grown the population, hopefully. Hopefully quite a bit. City stats. Yes. We were here when we started, and now we're here. Very cool. Very, very cool. And how has happiness changed? Happiness, we were here when we started with the happiness. Happiness is slowly, but it is trending up. So we're pretty good. We are pretty good. And let me save the game. Yes. Very cool. Okay. Finish reading the comments. Uncle Remus says maybe CBS All Access should make a short track movie. Don't hurt my brain like that, Epic. Don't hurt Uncle Remus. Don't hurt my brain like that. I don't even know how to respond. Yes, it would be fun to hate review. No, it wouldn't be fun to hate review. Like, these short tracks physically hurt me. I don't like them. Just listen to the bird rant, and I get an okay from Marlena. Thank you, Epic. Thank you, Marlena. And Cinnabon says Alpaca Park must grow. We will work on Alpaca Park next time. I'm going to call it a night here. Thank you. Breaking news. CBS announced 7 extra STD seasons ordered. No! No, Thomas. Why? Why, Thomas? Why would you do this to me? Carlos says CBS should be worldwide if they want to have faith in their productions. Good night and Qapla all. Take care. I'll see you guys. Maybe, hopefully, anti-tracker streams tonight. Either way, I will post on antitracker.com whatever latest news I hear from Antitracker in the hospital thread. Take care. I don't know if he's doing okay. I hope so. I'm gonna contact him now. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything BirdoPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.